Well, as we get set for our third match, we will have Ya Na from Australia, New Zealand, taking on Set to Destroy X from Team USA. And in order to determine the stage, our available stages left are Arowana Mall and Wahoo World. We will do a coin flip here in just a moment. And you will have Ya Na, since they traveled the furthest here and put the most miles on the airplane to get here, they will get a chance to call the coin. And then, of course, match 4, Back Squids versus the GG Boys will have the remaining stage at that point. And it was interesting because we were talking about the Piranha Pit decision for Set to Destroy X here, 9, and they went with Piranha Pit because you eliminated the Chargers in that level, but it wasn't able to work out for them.
No, it wasn't. And whenever you have a strong long-range threat, you want to pick a map that allows you to encroach on that, some flanking lanes, things that you can just kind of put some pressure on there artificially without having to run up and get them. But like you said, didn't quite work out here, and we saw this matchup last year, too.
Well, let's get set for our coin toss here. I believe we have our stagehand on stage set to go. We've got a couple of players for Set to Destroy X getting in the lobby here. Both sides of the coin were shown to Gabe. Gabe made his selection as far as which side will be chosen. And so obviously coin flips, very, very important when it comes to deciding a stage. It's been called. Nice catch. And it is the decision for Australia, New Zealand. They will get a chance to choose the stage. So will it be Arowana Mall or Wahoo World? And any thoughts on what they might be choosing here, Ashley, when you look at what they might be able to do?
I mean, if Latias wants to run a Charger this time around.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.
We've got the decision. Gabe has talked to his teammates. Secrets are being shared. They will be going with Arowana Mall will be the next stage decision for Ya Na. I got to add a little drama right there. So let's do a little shopping here. You look at Arowana Mall and how it's going to play for both these teams. Your thoughts here, 9?
It's a great map for anyone who plays a Splatling. It's so good. You have those long lanes, and it's a very long map as well, sort of like Manta Maria. We saw what the Stingray can do there. It's all the more powerful here.
Extra powerful
So
here.
the winner of this match will be our 3 seed. The loser of this match will be the 4 seed when we go to our best of 5 and some of those ranked modes. So obviously a lot at stake here as players are choosing their weapons and choosing their items. Ashley, anything you might see differently from Set to Destroy X as they get set for their second bout of Turf War?
I mean, I think that they're going to be a lot more aggressive in that first 30 seconds. These guys really do a great job of winning those one-on-ones, and I think we're going to see some. I think we might see some revenge play right here, where they're just like, we got to just come out hard and get in there. So I have a feeling we're going to see some very aggressive play.
And we've talked a little bit about the specials here, 9, but we saw some Ink Jets, we saw some Ink Storms as well too. What else lends itself well to Turf War here?
Well, I say those are the big two. If you are not used to Inkjet, you will be very used to Inkjet by the end of this tournament. Inkjet, the most popular special in the game now by a country mile. But I think we might see some Bomb Rush here. We know that one of the Rapid Blasters does have it. But ultimately, a lot of the popular picks right now do have those two specials.
And obviously, those specials will play a huge role. We also saw a lot of Ink Armor going out there as well, too.
Yeah.
And it seems like what we've seen in the first 2 matches is you want to establish stage control early, but once again, it always comes down to those final 30 seconds and making sure you can get that crucial number advantage.
Yep.
Let's get set for Turf War, Arowana Mall. We've got Ya Na from Australia, New Zealand, taking on Set to Destroy X from Team USA. Taking a look at the loadouts, and 9, break it down for us here.
Well, Set to Destroy X feels like it wasn't the composition that got to them last time. This is exactly what they ran, and it looks like the exact same comp here coming out as well from Ya Na. They like what they saw here. They just feel they need to execute.
And obviously, the middle part of the stage is going to play a huge role in this level. Those 2 ramps that meet up to the middle, being able to control and have the high ground here will be a necessity, as we already see Latias with the Stingray.
Oh, wow. Again, that long, skinny map means that those are going to hurt.
You see the baller climbing up to the next level. Hexen going to go ahead and take the escort over there, avoiding the curling bomb. But here comes an Inkjet down the alleyway. Able to get 2 splats right there as the river is flowing at this point here, 9.
Yeah, River, that was a really precarious position.
Beautiful.
If they lost that closed area, it was all going to be rough for them. River being able to get those 2 not only keeps it even, it gives them an advantage.
4-4 on the field, 2 minutes into this one. You look at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, and you see the slight advantage right now at this point going to Ya Na. But both teams fighting for control of that middle area. We see Kyo using that slosher right now, trying to gain an advantage. Misses the splat right there. Oh, avoids some of the ink. able to get up to the side of the wall right here. Is getting some pressure by River, but River, no! River getting splatted by the Rapid Blaster Pro. Hexen coming in and saving his teammate right there, Ashley.
Yeah, Hexen really came in and made a play there. And now he's cutting off the lane. He's cutting off that flank right there, and he's just gonna wait for someone to come on by and splat them.
Hexen trying to put some pressure on the spawn here. Meanwhile, using that splash wall to provide some protection right now, keep some of the Yana teammates at bay. Here comes Kyo to provide some backup. That sprinkler popping in. And then you see the squid beacon as well. Oh, Kyo with the splat from up above with the slosher, trying to avoid some of that ink raining down. Has the baller ready to go and gonna ride that all the way up to the ramp. About a minute left here, 4-4 on the field. Kyo trying to be as economical as possible with that baller. And both teams doing a great job here, Nine, of staying alive in the final minute.
Yep, this is where it all comes down to. They have two Rapid Pros like we've mentioned, so it's going to be very difficult for them to climb that mountain. FLC getting a critical splat right there. That's going to give them at least a little bit of breathing room, but this center is filled with members of Set to Destroy X.
FLC putting in work right now. Gets splatted, but took out a couple of members of Set to Destroy X. Both teams is going to come down to the middle ground at the top of both ramps here. And Ashley, now it's a 4-2 advantage for Set to Destroy.
In the last 20 seconds, you can't go down. Two squids. It's really tough to come back from that. And you can see US Set to Destroy X putting down tons of ink in the last 10 seconds.
Here comes that push from Set to Destroy X. All four members on the field. Latias trying to do all that she can. Gets a splat right there, but might not be enough time left as we take a look at the final results, and it seems like Set to Destroy X was able to do what they needed to do at the end of this matchup. And there you have it, 60.4 to 33.2. And the execution by Set to Destroy X, especially at the end, they weren't discouraged when we saw FLC get a couple of critical splats with that roller.
And it's because they knew that the jumps were coming back in. When one of them goes down, when you have a double Rapid Blaster Pro composition, you know that if they come up the middle, they're going to take a lot of chip damage in doing so. You can safely jump in. You saw the wall, using that to allow the team to come up. Just great coordinated play.
And what we saw also was the ability to continue to apply that pressure, Ashley. And then finally, as we continue to talk about, it's been the theme of Turf War, getting a couple splats at the end to just even give you the 1 or 2 squid advantage. And then there comes that push, and you don't leave the other team enough time to make a comeback.
Yeah, I mean, if you splat one squid, that's maybe a swing of about 2 to 5% right in the last even just 10 seconds, depending on what weapon you're using. It might even be more than that. I mean, you could get up to, with 2 people down on the opposing team, you could look at a 15 to 20% swing really quickly.
Well, let's take a look back at a couple of critical plays in that match. And Nine, why don't you walk us through what we're seeing right here?
Well, things really started to go downhill for Yana when they lost this closed. And that's why earlier I mentioned it was so important that River was able to win this battle, because it really set the tone for the early part of the game. They were not able to make lightning strike twice, however, not able to defend it that second time.
And then Hexen up top here going against River, gets the splat on River as the inkjet is deployed. And you know how it is. If you can go ahead and cut into someone special like that, that is a huge momentum turner.
Right, and they spend so much time trying to build it up. And that was right after FLC had gotten those 2 awesome splats. If let's see, if Hexen had gone down in that situation, it really would have set the tone for the pushback from Yana, but able to get the splat that was necessary at that point really kind of shut things down.